All right, 6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Opening arguments begin today in the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. During yesterday's jury selection, protesters gathered outside, voicing their support for or against Rittenhouse. The jury, meanwhile, composed of 11 women and 9 men with a single person of color. The judge will decide at the end of the trial which 12 will deliberate and which 8 will act as alternates.
The CDC expected to give its stamp of approval on kids' vaccines today. Last week, the FDA cleared a 2-dose shot for 5 to 11-year-olds for emergency use. And once the CDC signs off, shots could begin in a matter of days. Pfizer data shows its vaccine is more than 90% effective at preventing symptomatic COVID-19 infections in kids. Ahead on CBS Mornings, see how one innovative program is helping kids overcome their fear of needles.
Wisconsin's election administrator says she will not resign despite calls from Republicans. Megan Wolf says the Elections Commission didn't break any laws in 2020. Last week, the Racine County Sheriff accused the WEC of illegal actions over how election officials couldn't help senior citizens vote. The commission says no one was allowed into nursing homes during the election, which is why they couldn't send officials.
Public Health Madison-Dane County extending the countywide mask mandate. The order was scheduled to expire later this week. Instead, the new mandate will last until November 27th. Dane County's mask mandate remains the only one of its kind in the state. Officials say the expected approval for vaccines for kids between 5 and 11 did play a role in the decision.
November is Native American Heritage Month. In 1990, President George H.W. Bush designated November as a month to recognize the sacrifices, contributions, and achievements of Native American people. According to the Department of Indian Affairs, there are around 326 reservations in the U.S. That makes up more than 56 million acres of land.
Tomorrow, for the first time, the University of Wisconsin-Madison will fly a flag of the Ho-Chunk Nation atop Bascom Hall. The university says it's part of an ongoing commitment to education. The flag will be raised at 10 a.m. during a ceremony tomorrow.
The Supreme Court hearing oral arguments on the Texas abortion ban this week. Yesterday's session lasted 3 hours, during which justices called the law unprecedented. A loophole in the bill centers around how Texas wrote the law to try to keep it out of federal courts.
Instead of state officials enforcing the law, private citizens can go to state courts to sue anyone who helps perform an abortion. To the World Series now. Game 6 is tonight. The Atlanta Braves have a chance to win it all. They're up 3-2 in the series. Houston beat the Braves Sunday night 9-5. Tonight, the game is in Houston, 7:09 first pitch. The Astros will have a chance to tie it up and force a Game 7.
Tickets are now available for the Henry Vila Zoo's annual Zoo Light Show. The event is set to return November 26th. It will run 5:30 to 9 on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays through the end of the year. Zoo officials said this year's event will feature nearly 1 million light bulbs, its brightest ever.
Sad sight yesterday. Look at this, Leah. The chairs at the Union Terrace going back in storage.
Say it ain't so.
I know, marks the end of the season, right? It's been a tradition since 1929. Over the years, the chairs have underwent several redesigns before debuting in the current trademark form.
And a quick recap of our weather. What to expect is more dry weather and some sunshine as that high pressure system is going to be settling into the upper Midwest. However, for areas into the far north of Wisconsin and just a bit to the east, with that upper level trough, short waves are giving off a little bit of snow to the colder areas for us as we're waking up this morning. But what we can expect throughout the rest of the day is going to be slowly trying to warm up as we close in throughout the rest of our morning going into the afternoon. But plenty of sun will be at our backs, especially as we get into our Wednesday, whereas Wednesday afternoon we're looking for more cloud cover to stick around. Now, one thing we're going to be keeping an eye on is more precipitation that'll be rolling into late part of next week. But as we go in throughout today, we're going to be looking at temperatures going into the slowly but surely upper 30s and sunshine as well.
All right, Julian, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us this morning, folks. Have a great one.